Bonjour and welcome back to a new session of Learning French with Merlyn, where I promise you pronunciation, vocabulary building, and today we will be looking at another article, okay? We're going to learn with a lot more examples and we'll be moving into article contracté today. So last class was about article défini and indéfini. Now there's a new kind of article I'm talking about. I mean, are you surprised that there's a third kind of article? This is article contracté. And the word itself, contracté, kind of rings bells, right? So you can see that contracté means contracted or, something that's shortened or, made smaller. Article contracté is usually seen when there is a preposition like a and de, only these two, okay? Followed by article défini. So when that happens, you will see article contracté coming into play. Let's look at examples. Je vais à la piscine. Piscine is a swimming pool. Vais is from the verb aller, which means to go. So it means I go to the swimming pool. So now à la piscine. All good? Everything fine. Next one. Je vais à le musée. Everything looks fine? Well, it's not really fine. The à le is not acceptable. À plus le. Plus means plus, okay? So à plus le will be au, which is why je vais au musée is the correct way of saying it. Je vais à le musée is not right. You cannot say that. Je vais au Portugal. I go to Portugal. You cannot say je vais à le Portugal. It will be je vais au Portugal. What about à plus les? Can you say je vais aller something? No, you cannot. It will be je vais au. A-U-X. Now it's pronounced the same way, but the spelling varies. So you know that United States is plural, right? So I am going to the United States. United States is États-Unis. Okay, État is states and Unis is united. So États-Unis means United States. I cannot say je vais à les États-Unis. That's wrong. That's incorrect. What I will say is je vais aux États-Unis. Now you can see that I'm using liaison between the letter X and the letter E. Alright, so je vais aux États-Unis. This is something which was basically a plus something else. The next one is de. De plus la, de plus le, and de plus les. So I'm going to use the same examples but change the verb because I go to some place and I have to come from some other place, right? So I'm going to use the verb to come, which is venir, and when we conjugate it, it's going to be je viens. Alright, these conjugations and these verbs, we'll do them later. But right now, we are concentrating on the articles only. Okay, so je viens de la piscine means I come from the swimming pool. Totally fine. All okay. Next one, je viens de le musée. Is it okay? No, it's not. So de plus le will be du. Du. Je viens du musée. Je viens du musée. So immediately when I say du, it should hit you that the object you're talking about is masculine, which is why it's de plus le. And that is why you have du. Okay? Next one is de plus les. Can I say je viens de les États-Unis? No, that's wrong. De plus les will be des. Now they was also the same, we saw the same word which existed in article indéfini for plural, right? Some words do repeat, but the context in which they are used are completely different. So they was used as an article indéfini for plural, and you will see the same word they which is used here also in article contracté. This is how it is. This is very simple. Article contracté is very easy to understand. You cannot have a plus le, instead you have o. You cannot have a plus les, instead you have o. And you cannot have de plus le, instead you have du. You cannot have de plus les, instead you have de. Okay? Well, that's it for this session. I hope you understood what article contracté is. There's nothing new about it. It's just something existing. They've named it. The French have termed it. So this is something you need to keep in mind. We'll catch up in the next session. Until then, au revoir.